Hello guys, my name is Jayesh. I am currently in a BIT and my group number is 20. Currently my project topic is a Oculus face mark detection. It's basically depend on a person, like a person is wearing a marks or not. Basic use of this model is in any administration field, like any schools, college, or any traveling part like that. Like a person is going any administration field, he or she will properly have to wear a mask because in this pandemic period we have to wear a mask because of COVID-19 like that. So to prevent this all things, I have made it this model. It's basically depend on the CNN model, like a convolutional neural network. So let's start it. Basically for data set. In a data set, I have taken this data set from a Prajna, who is actually provided us on a GitHub. With the help of him, he has given us a images with marks and images without marks images without marks also he have given us to train our model. So let's start with the coding part. Here in a coding, basically it's divided into three main part, like a data pre-processing, training a model, and last but not the least, detecting a marks. Let's start with the data pre-processing. Okay, from here. So here we can see that a data set is consist of a 13796, like a 1376 images, where he have a two different type of image, like a face without marks and with marks. Okay, fine. So let's start with the importing part. Basically, I've imported a CV2, and a OS to take a input from a data set and properly create a two category, like a with marks and without marks. After that, we have properly normalize all the images. I have converted the normal images file into a gray field images to properly to helpful for the model to predict a person is wearing marks or not. Then after converting that, I have converted all the images embedded by the 255 in the third part, and properly I converted all the images into a binary form which will helpful for a model to predict a test like that. Basically, a model is depend on take a input like in zero in ones, like in a binary field. So it can't read the images file. So I've connected this all things with the help of this. So this is part of our data preprocessing, and after that, I have saved all this part, like a data part and a target part, like a data where I have stored all the images which I have normalized, and target will store all the images. Sorry, in a text form. Sorry, it will take all the images of a test file, with the help of data. It will train a model, and all the trained model it will directly store in a target like that. So let's go with the training model. Okay. So here, first basically I've imported like the two models, like a two files, like an numpy files, like a data and target. So for training a model, I have used this all things like a Keras and a TensorFlow like that, where I have used a sequential model like a dance activation, flutter, drop down layer, like this all things. And I have taken all my images into a different layers of a convolutional neural network, like into 3 into 3 kernel, 2 into 2 kernel, like a here first 200 layers with a 3 into 3 kernel, and a 3 into 3 kernels with a 100 kernels like that. And after that, I have taken all this process with a flatten, and at last but not the least, like a denser layer. It will just take all the images, with marks and without marks, and take up with the helpful, sorry, it will take all the images, and after that it will convert it as a single part, like a best prediction. It will take, and it will take a best model for a prediction, and converted into a two categories, like a with marks and without marks. And for the optimizer, I have used a Adams optimizer for my accuracy. Okay. So this is our checkpoint where I have used my model to create a model, and it will auto generately it will take that model with a higher accuracy. So I have trained this model with a 20 epochs. Here we can see, and this is our training loss and validation loss. So here we can see that the training loss is as much as less as compared to the validation loss. And for the accuracy, I have also predicted the accuracy. Okay, then here we can see from this part, like a training accuracy is as much as high as compared to the validation accuracy. So here I have printed my model evolution test. Here we can see that accuracy is at 0.96, which is, I think so, is better for predicting any model like that. So, and here I have seen that they have used 20 epochs, but it have taken a best accuracy. Like here we can see in a 17 epochs, like accuracy is a 0.9939. So it will take from all these epochs only set 17 epoch with a higher accuracy and a very less loss like that. So after making a model, let's go to the detecting marks. So basically, first I've imported like a Keras and a OpenCV for detecting a face like with the help of webcam, and then I have taken that a model which I've created into a last step and just loaded it. And with the help of Harkit classifier, this is the best part to detect like a face, like a facial muscle, like a facial part, like a eyes, nose, mouth, ear. With the help of this only, I have predicted my model like a classifier like this. With the help of this, I properly detect like a C for covering like what a marks do. Basically, for the proper wearing a mask, it cover a nose and a mouth. And with the help of cascade classifier, it will directly predict like a person is wearing a mask or not. And how it will predict, like a saying that like a person is properly covering nose and a mouth or not. If the person not wearing a mask properly, then also it will show like a person not wearing a mask like that. So basically for running a model, we have to just load these three tabs again. Let's go for the first tab. It will take some time, like a few seconds like that. Like a first is done, then properly I load our model. So while predicting, like it will show properly like with marks and without marks like that. So guys, after running this tab, here we can see that one live tab is open because it just go on the live and just it take a at a time 27 input, only 27 input at a time, then it will break. Okay, here we can see like a person is not wearing a mask, like I'm not wearing a mask. So if even I just cover my face with my hands, I'm covering this, and also it shows like I'm not wearing a mask. And if not, I'm just covering my mouth, then also shows not wearing a mask. So even if I just wear like this way, like not properly covered my nose, then also it just shows like I'm not wearing a mask. So by this way, it just only gives us the output only when I properly wear a mask like that. Like basically, here I have just taken here like an input, and if I properly take like this way, then only it show like I'm wearing a mask. So with like this way, its projects run and properly store data in a file. Like a person is wearing a mask, then only it shows like that. Like you have just removed, then it shows like I'm not wearing a mask. Even a half covered, then also it shows I'm not wearing a mask. Like that way. So for this, the project is only then like a project take a input like a person is wearing a mask or not. So after that, protectly it properly detect everything like a person is wearing properly masks or not that also. So I think this project properly helpful in a real time environment. So I just made it like a just a basic like a using a CNN. For a future, I've just think like a using a mobile net V2 model. With the help of that, I will properly take a input at a time like a more than 1%. Like at this project, generally I've just done like only single person for that. So for my future, I have think like a properly making like a more than 1% can also detect at the same time like that way. Thank you.